So the idea of my methodology, one of the ideas, there are many, many ideas, okay? But one of the ideas of my methodology is, if I can make this person experience his reality in some another way that he has not experienced before. You get what I'm saying? This can be in disease polarity or in ease polarity. He was saying calm and he was saying peaceful, you remember? That is also one polarity. He could have experienced something in the calm and ease, or he could experience something in the disease polarity. Now, what he will choose, I don't know. So, method that I use is often, I don't need any projection just now actually. You can just, later on I may need, but this moment, okay, आपने किया है चालू? Okay, we can wait for some time. Let us wait for some time. Okay? So the idea is that I want to get some glimpse of what is happening to him inside, in his deeper layers of his consciousness, whatever you call it, in his subconscious, जो भी बोलो वो. So the approach is that the approach is often very neutral, and the approach is see what is coming up in the moment. I often call this a life force centric approach. What is the mean? It is not a remedy centric approach. Means the purpose of my interview or my session with him is not to find a remedy. So the first thing what I tell him, I am telling my own self. I am not a doctor. Whom am I telling? My own self. Doctor hi band kar. Okay? Let us just see what is coming up without any prejudice. This I often also call as life force centric approach. What does his life force want to experience in this moment? So often I begin the case by first asking, how are you feeling in this moment? If there is some energy in some feeling inside, then I immediately go on to ask them to close their eyes and experience this fear, this anxiety. And experiencing this fear, this anxiety was very, very important in this particular case. So he says, I have got some kind of fear, anxiety, right? Before that, he uttered one word, that I want to earn a lot of money and be very successful. Huh? This is a thought. But I made a note of him, but I wanted him to experience something. I did not only want him to tell me things. One way of case taking is tell me more, describe it more, tell about this more. Another way is experience it. So for me, this would make the best sense, because he has told so many things so many times. He's given his interview many times to a homeopath. So I want to see what he can experience in my presence. You get? And this business of experience is like inducing a dream. Inducing a nightmare. What kind of a nightmare you want to induce? Yes? What kind of a nightmare will be induced? Batao, kuch batao. No silence here. I get very scared of silence. I feel bullied like him. Talk, just talk. Yes? What? fears, okay. What else? Okay. His main issue, okay. Sachiben, something? Huh? What is most sensitive to? What else? The back bunchers cannot sleep, huh? Is anxiety, okay. Hmm? What bothers him the most? Okay. I'll tell you the secret, okay? You all are right, but I'll tell you in another way. That the nightmare will be induced, a nightmare which is in resonance with his inner state. Are you there with me? The nightmare is similar to what he is inside experiencing. Anybody having any doubt about what I am saying? Because I am introducing some little bit newer or lateral way of understanding. Anybody having difficulty to understand this? Okay, good. So let us go ahead, okay? So here is, give this all your attention, and then he starts feeling tingling in his heart and some experience. When he experiences this, I'm very happy. Why? Because I have managed to knock him out of his logical mind. And he has entered into a feeling mind. There's one thinking mind and another is feeling mind, correct? So he is now into his feeling mind, experiencing mind. He is into what you can say is the right brain. The left brain is the thinking brain, logical brain. The right brain is the feeling brain, experiencing brain. And the feeling experiencing brain is very illogical. It is peculiar, it's strange, it's rare, it's very individual, and it's beyond this time dimension. Anything can come up. It is like a nightmare, but it is similar to your inner nightmare. This is what I am attempting to do. Okay? So he goes, says it has become less and then it has become peaceful. I knew that this peace won't last. If this peace lasts, then it has to go into a very profound kind of experience of light and enlightenment and joy and ecstasy. If this peace lasts, okay? But I knew that in this particular person it will not last. In my mind, I knew from the way he was talking, expressing. Okay. How do I explain this? I'll explain my thought process slowly, gradually, because most of you are not aware of how I work. Okay. So, yesterday I had a patient, and this patient for 40 minutes narrated to me. She came with a complaint of multiple sclerosis, visual disturbances, and many other weaknesses, other things. Okay. And for 40 minutes, she constantly, I didn't ask her a single question. I said, tell whatever you want to tell. And she was talking only about, he did this to me, he did that to me, about her husband and how abusive he was or he is, and how much tortured she is, and how much, whatever she has undergone, including physical, beaten by him, and whatever. Okay? After 40 minutes, I ask her, okay, I understand. Now answer me a few questions. So I ask her, tell me, why did you take all this? So she says, because maybe, it took her some time. I said, maybe I'm not firm, maybe I'm not this, I'm not that. So I said, okay, not firm, tell more about this. Then she gave some examples that I am, a very spiritual person, and Sai Baba's voice came and said that don't do this and do this, and this is right, and this is whatever, I should not do this, or whatever, love is the only way. And So I went further. What is it in you? Why you cannot stand up and go away? She says, my daughter also told me that why you are living with Papa? Why you are not leaving him? The daughters are now in college and school and they are grown. Why are you being with him all these years? She only told me. So I said, why are you being with him? What is happening? So she said in Gujarati that સાથે રહેવું to be together is good, છૂટા નહીં થવાનું. To remain together is good, not to become chutta. Okay? Not to separate. She made this gesture. So I said, very good. Now this is a good point. Now tell me what is this together and what is chutta? Correct? So she said that this means being together. Loving, you are together, family together, me, my daughters, my family, my father, mother, everybody together. This is together. It feels very good. Chutta, she said, chutta, I don't know. I don't know chutta. It's I don't know. It's strange. It feels chutta feels. Now, what would you expect that she will say about this separated chutta? Batao. Together, separate. Okay? Now, what you would imagine she would say about this situation? What's the situation? This and this, right? Now, tell me, what would you say? Kuch batao. What would this be like in this person? What would this mean to separated and together, right? Say something. Arey batao, don't be quiet. I don't have any guns. I don't fire. I am very, very non-violent person. Huh? How would it feel to be separated? Nah, but this and this, okay? Distance, alone, yes. So, what do you imagine when I ask her, how will it feel, Chutta? What do you imagine she will say? Scattered, very good. Split, what else? Wonderful. Not joined, together, very good. Huh? No love, no affection. Are you getting what I'm saying? What else she could say? Huh? Separated. She has the compulsion to be with her husband, right? And take all this torture that he is doing. Are you getting with what I'm saying? She's dependent on this husband. She's connected to this husband and she cannot separate. So I ask her, okay, what is separate? Then she says, being without the others, I cannot imagine. It's very difficult. So I said, just say, what is this and what is this? So the being without the others, how would it feel? At that point I said, now close your eyes, experience this and experience this. Whatever comes, you tell me. So she did this and she said, this, she did this. Okay? The moment she did this, she said, it just feels so wonderful. The moment she did this, she said, it feels so wonderful. I said, what is this? She says, this is wonderful. She said, close your eyes and experience this. In 5 minutes, she was in the sky. She was connected with light. She was profusely weeping. She felt that she is in the sky and then she doesn't have a form of the body. Her body dissolves and she feels so wonderful. One of the most enlightening experiences I have seen happen in my presence. Beautiful experience. Then she started imagining that she is sitting in a lotus position in the sky, but not in this body form. And then she imagined water. And then she got profound experience of Sai Baba, Shirdi Sai Baba. And Shirdi Sai Baba started talking to her. And then she had profound experience of Buddha. And then she had profound experience of her two gurus in this lifetime. And she connected to deepest wisdom, and she saw a lot of light going into her head and completely healing her multiple sclerosis. She got up from meditation, I can tell you, almost healed. Now, what was this polarity? We could have thought that this is happy and this is not happy, right? But when she connected with this, then she kind of spaced out completely. You get what I'm saying? From this space, so I allowed her to space out. If this is the polarity which her life force wants to experience in this moment, let her experience it. Because she is experiencing the opposite polarity in this lifetime, every day. So, if I separate, then it is going to be like going back to the source. You get this? You get the sensation? It is not scattered. I would have given separate and together, I would have thought of leguminosae. Are you there? But this was lotus, Nymphaceae family. Okay? And she gave a complete picture of it. Multiple flowers and lotuses came in the experience. This is the methodology. Methodology is to allow the life force to resonate, allow where it wants to go. So I knew that he is saying calm and peaceful, but he is not going to go out. It doesn't look like that he will go deeper into the calm and peaceful. If he goes deeper into the calm and peaceful, let him dream and experience this calm and peaceful. Allow him to dream this. But I gave him the choice. You know, if you're flying kites, you just let the string go. Dhil choro, they say in Gujarati, right? It is up to him what he holds on to, what his life force holds on to. So I just allowed him and said, okay, let it go. Then he says, that peace is gone and restlessness has started, and it feels like 100 thoughts are coming. It's complete chaos. It messed up. Okay. So now there is chaos and messed up. And I want to understand this. Take him into the chaos and messed up. One way of saying is tell more about chaos messed up. But I am not in this telling mode because he is already in with his eyes closed little deeper, right? So I want him to resonate with a chaos that is similar to his chaos. So I give him a suggestion and say that far, far away there is a chaos, there is a mess, connect with this mess. You get the methodology? Because he's in a deeper state, and this method is a little more evolved in me, I very freely move with this method. It needs a little, you need to see few more cases and you can easily do it according to me. So I give him a count and say, okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, connect with this mess. And then he connects with all the vendors are there, too many people, too many colors, all the impressions are coming, too many colors was the strangest part. Too many people, noise we can understand, but too many colors, थोड़ा बेल बजेगा ना कि थोड़ा सा इंटरेस्टिंग बताया. I don't know what this is. Interesting. But it was not about him telling, it was about his experiencing. So what did he experience? What did he experience? The whole chaos and mess, right? What kind of a chaos and mess he experienced? A chaos and mess that is similar to his chaos and mess. Yes or no? When somebody experiences similar chaos, what should happen? he will in some way feel better. Why will he feel better? Because he has experienced a similar mess in another time dimension. You get my point? This methodology is about allowing multiple times, allowing a person to resonate with the similar. And in each step, either I will choose one image and go deeper and do some more work, or I will move lateral, wait till the image comes where there is lot of energy. Okay? Then I knew that this bazaar market thing is not going to move further. Huh? Why I thought like this? At one point, what can happen in this market? Chaos, all these people, noises, all this he was talking, right? Suppose I'm just giving hypothetical situation. Huh? He would have said that, oh, I'm feeling very nervous there. What can happen now? What can happen now? I'm feeling very nervous. He could have gone into this panic or not. Did he go into that panic? No. We gave him enough time and space. Did we not? He could have said, what if, there is a sudden bomb blast and everything is in chaos. He could have resonated with this or not. But he did not, right? So I understood that this chaos is not going to move further. You understand what I'm saying? At the point when I thought he will not move further, so I said, now I want to see the dream inside the dream. There is one dream. Now let's see inside this dream what another dream is there, like Inception. You've seen a movie Inception? So you want to see the dream inside the dream. So, or I want to move laterally and elicit another dream. But this way of eliciting dream is experiencing the dream, not tell me about your dream. Working with images like this. Okay? So, and this is particularly useful when a person has done multiple homeopathic case taking. Then he is going to tell me the same thing that he has told the others. How do I get a glimpse of something different? No? So in difficult cases, this is what happens here. Sometimes they refer to me cases which have been done many times. So to see if we can crack something which cannot be understood by a logical mind. So I first give him a suggestion before moving to the next. I say, what is the most chaotic moment? At that moment, he would have said a bomb has blast. So he says, most common, I want to escape all these sounds, I feel very helpless. So what was the feeling? Helpless. So it's chaotic, it's helpless. Okay. So helplessness seems to be, I'm annoyed, irritated, helpless. So this whole dream brought this to the surface. This image helped him to experience his helplessness and his chaos. Correct? Now I want to go into the next dream. This is kind of a lateral movement. Otherwise, one dream you take him to the end. Either the situation changes or he dies. Okay? You understand what I say? In this dream, either in the market situation will change or he will die. No, he will die. Either he will die or he will say, now I have gone home and I am happy. You get my point? Or market has become quiet, everything is okay, people are selling things very systematically like in a mall. Situation changes or he dies. Chaos becomes so chaotic that it's the last day of my life, it's over. Right? Okay. So I ask him what is the worst chaotic moment. Then he says, I cannot control all that stuff, it's very helpless. So I knew that this is only about the helplessness. This is not anything more. Actually, this market situation can be many things. Suddenly, people surround me and start beating me. Suddenly, a bomb goes off. Suddenly, a woman can say people are molesting me. Anything can happen. There is a danger here. I don't know what kind of people are this. The dream can convert into a very severe nightmare, which is often connected to your dying feeling, existential. But it was not going there. I wanted him to go there, but it was not going there. Okay? Because in every fear that we have, in every fear we have, there is an experience of either birth or death. Anything that you fear, if you take it to its last point, it is either birth or death. Either you move into a space which is good for you, or you die and move into a space which is beyond life. Examine your fears. All your fears are experiences of death. I'm very scared of heights. What does it mean? I'm afraid that the police will catch me. What will he do? If you run it 4 steps more, they will close you in a room and beat you up. You take yourself to the last day of the situation, either you die or you are released. So you want to experience death or you want to experience release? One of the two. Take the dream to the last point. This is the methodology. Okay, good. I am happy. Some heads are nodding. I don't know about the others. So I move a little lateral approach and see if I can elicit multiple dreams. So I say, okay, somewhere there is someone who is very helpless, very annoyed, very chaotic. Connect with this situation. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And he goes to a football field. Whether this is in this lifetime or this is imaginary, somebody else, doesn't matter to me. किसको ये हो रहा है doesn't matter, because you have moved beyond. You only want to look at the pattern. You want to look at a deeper picture to get glimpse of what is happening inside of him. Correct? Some glimpse. अंदर से कुछ दिख जाए. Huh? Okay. So he says on the football field, a fight is happening, people are fighting, and I am very scared. I want to scream, shout, and tell them, but I cannot. They outnumber me. What does he want to do? Shout and scream, but he cannot. Completely inside. And his feeling is that I am treated unfairly. And then he has a remorse that I did not say anything. They can start pushing me, getting physically on me. That means in this situation, I will be finished. They will beat me up very bad. And I'm a very righteous person. They start pushing me. I am the one who is wrong. I should say sorry, otherwise they will beat me up. What is he feeling? He is feeling bullied and unfairly treated. So helpless, chaos is like bullied, unfairly treated. Are you getting the chain? So bullied and unfairly treated, he revisited that place. In his consciousness, he is feeling bullied and unfairly treated. He revisited that place and resonated again with what is similar. This multiple chances that I give a person to resonate with, I have seen helps to heal the person. and also find the remedy. So दो चीज साथ में होता है, healing and finding the remedy both. Or healing also on the basis of similars, because he resonates with what is similar. If that lady resonated with Buddha and lotuses, when she did this, it is similar to what her state is, right? Okay. So, feeling weak, I'm not, I know I am right and I am strong, he says. What he says, I am right and I am, so the polarity is the weak and the strong polarity, correct? Yes or no? Okay. There are so many people, so I have to suppress myself. And I was alone. They were very strong. Say, what happens 2 minutes later? I want to take it to the last point. Either he will die or he will get out of the situation, right? I have left and gone home. So the situation is over there. Okay, good. I should have got, I am regretting, I should have got physical. I am regretting this. Sometimes I purposely put this question, how is your soul, how is this soul feeling? I want to make it general. I am not saying how are you feeling. So how is this person feeling, or I even make it non-specific, how is this soul feeling? These are all this way to make him connect with his feelings. I want to go back and hit them. ये बाकी रह गई तमन्ना, I want to go back and hit them. Right? To make them realize. Take yourself one day later, still this regret is there, still the feeling of unfairness is there. Mistakes was theirs, and I got the beating. Physical, they were pushing me and hitting me and all this. This is unfair. Someone makes a mistake and I have to bear that mistake. In this unfairness is suppressed anger. Okay? So let's go to suppressed anger. Connect with one situation, suppressed anger. Because he is with his eyes closed, he is going to resonate immediately with multiple situations in his life or imaginary dreams. Even a situation is like a dream. If something has happened in the child, I still get a nightmare of it. These are all traumas which are either coming from this lifetime or some imaginary time space. You can call it past lives, or you can call it what you want to call it, nightmares. But the idea is that there are traumas. Each one of us is a post-traumatized being. Each one of us is behaving as if we have been traumatized, and then we are trying to protect this trauma or acting out of it. Once somebody made a nasty comment in my lecture, so I am now afraid when I go, I must prepare myself thoroughly, otherwise what comments they will make on my lecture. So I am acting out of some trauma, correct? So each one is actually a post-traumatic. Human being's consciousness is multi-traumatized consciousness. And resonating with the trauma which in this moment is most dominant is what the homeopath does. Finds out what is on the top just now. What is the central trauma with which the person is resonating? What is his delusion? As if what? You get this? Each one must read the first book of Dr. Shankaran, The Spirit of Homeopathy. It's a very fundamental book. All through these schools, we have never been able to be this mastermind bullying person. Who was the mastermind of all those persons who bullied me? Remember these words, mastermind. Somebody very powerful is bullying him. and he fills everyone's ears and wrong, and then this person is completely we little bit from the mother's history that he is completely isolated by the group. More powerful boys are bullying me. Okay, so okay, now I create one more resonance, dream into the dream, connect with one person who is being bullied very severely. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And this was the wonderful deeper layer, because he was talking of somebody who is in very small child, and he is not a small child. He experienced this when he was in 10th standard. Now this is a small child. So he is 8 or 9 years old. What I understand from him, this is similar to what he is experiencing. Hmm? That this 8 or 9 years old boy is on the footpath, normal t-shirt and socks. I ask him what is he wearing, particularly to establish that dream. Yeah, to make the dream strong, intensify that dream. So he is crying and he is feeling helpless. Every day he has to go through this. When will this stop? Now this is a beautiful opportunity to do some, integrate some healing work. This method that I have used in this particular part of the case is a technique used in inner child work. Okay, so we want to see that how we integrate this traumatized child into him. So it is a kind of a trauma release work also. So I say, okay, one, I want to understand what is this boy feeling. So I say, ask this boy, what is he feeling? Correct? So now there are these two. One is he, and another is the boy who is feeling. Correct? This is the perfect situation. This is the two-ness within his own self. Can you understand this? And these two are not coming together. The victim part, the power part, and the victim part. The powerful part and the victim part not coming together. The victim and the aggressor have a split. When they come together, it heals. This is the duality, no? Each one of us has this. There is no human being who has not felt like a victim of someone, something, some circumstances, your father, mother, brother, sister. कोई तो होगा जो victim. यहाँ है anybody who has never felt like a victim? I have never had anybody put their hands up. Okay. So I say, ask this child. In this, I will know the symptoms and he will be able to parent himself, or he'll be able to protect himself, whatever. Hmm? So he says, I keep on telling bad stuff. They keep on telling bad stuff about his mother. Now, this is a very interesting point. I could have never imagined this. Some very strange things came up. And then they laugh about it. That feeling is that he is being laughed at, he is being mocked at. That's the feeling. Give me one moment. I'll forget some points. I'm just making these points. Okay. So he is being laughed at. And they say bad things and they laugh. What is this boy feeling? He is wanting to slap each one of them and put them in place, but he cannot do because of his size. So delusion, he is small. Delusion, he is thin. Delusion, he is weak. Get these points? Versus what is the opposite? He's strong, he is the bully. You can see the aspects of his strong when he says, I could anchor a show of 5,000 people. All this is also important aspects, subtle aspects. What else is he's feeling hurt and helpless, bullying me, feeling bad, miserable. He wants help, and I can help him directly. Isn't it beautiful? So he is helping his own inner child. He is creating this, integrating the protection and the vulnerability. So that's the point I facilitate this integration. By say, okay, take yourself to that moment, and then he says, they come and I stop them. I tell them, I warn them, there will be big trouble. Right now, go away. And this boy is hugging me. So what has happened? The inner security is established. Because at the subconscious level, when this boy will feel vulnerable, he will have this strong within which can protect him. A new neuro pathway has been established. Interesting or not? You can see the whole circle is complete. And it happened automatic. Each image went to the next image. I waited till I get an image with which I can work further. So you can see from the mess to the football field to this mastermind bully person to this little child who has been bullied. See the layers. And they say that we won't repeat, and then he is happy. So that whole inner trauma is healed. He could do that himself. His own inner trauma has come together. It's healed now in some ways for his. Unfairness again, balanced because revenge is completed, punishment is given. At that point, he yawns a little. Yawning is often a sign of integration because when you yawn between your sleep state and your waking state, that's where you are in the border of the conscious and the subconscious. So often yawning occurs, I have seen, when something integrates. The boy is smiling and playing at the same place, very thankful and cheerful. I'm also feeling good. Hug this boy and see what is it. Let the spirit of the feelings of this boy enter into you. Nice, calm, satisfied. It's just some flexibility I enjoy over a period of time because I have worked with many healing methodologies and I enjoy integrating them with homeopathy. I've also gone through many sessions like this myself on my own self. So sometimes I understand these subtle aspects much better, how to integrate them into my mainstream homeopathic, very classical practice. So you can see that in 1.5 hours that I spend with him, I'm not only taking his symptoms at a deeper level, but also integrating many things for him. So even if my remedy doesn't help, I have helped him in some ways, right? How much relief it will translate into, I don't know. It is exactly like a remedy. I give the remedy. How much relief this remedy will bring, only time tells, right? Now, at this point, there are aspects which I would like to share, that many of these processes grow through three phases: identification, disidentification, and transformation. What is identification? Chaos, bullying, helpless, will be beaten up, weak, not strong, surrounded, cornered. Identification. Disidentification: I'm strong, I can protect. Third step has to be transformation, where he saw the Buddha and the water. Can you see these three steps? This is also what I am trying to achieve when I am doing this. Every step I am trying to disidentify him from something. We are all aligned with some beliefs. We are all aligned with a belief system, with a perception, and only when some disidentification occurs with that belief system or that perception, you cannot transform. After a remedy, a person kind of disidentifies and transforms. Yeah, I wouldn't say cured, but he is able to see much more than that. Rather, he has a choice whether to I see it like this or I see it like this. When you have choice, then you are healed. Then you are better. You are more healthier. I healed is too heavy a word. You are more healthier. Do I have a choice to see this meeting between you and us in any other way than one way? I have one stressful way of relating to this meeting. Now, if I can see this meeting in some another way, already it is healing, no? And more ways I see it, more I am healthier. I can see this in multiple ways. I can see, okay, chalo, after the class is over, after my talk is over, 5 minutes, let's all dance. It's even better, no? In more ways, I can see this meeting between you and me, more healthier I am. More sick I am, I'm going to see it in more and more stressful way. Correct? So what happens is that when I do these processes, I make a person see the reality in multiple ways. So he saw it as a bullied football player, he saw it as a mastermind bullying him, he saw it in a market, then he saw it as a little child on the footpath. He saw his reality in so many ways. Whatever you call it, ultimately it is him, no? It is the life force. When you make him see the reality in multiple dreams, you are already creating, loosening up the knot inside, opening the neuropathways very gently.